Seems like old man Geechee couldn't finish his ship without his brother, huh? Might be a little hitch in Paul's get-along, wouldn't you say? Well, Paul ain't your average run-of-the-mill kid, so naturally he offered to help old man Geechee build his ship in exchange for a ride across that scary howl. With a smile as wide as day, the old Hulk stood up to his fully bent stature and hugged the little raggedy boy Paul. Jack-o'-lantern kept watch at the edge of the forest, still sensing that troublesome evil, and nobody would. By and large, the old man and the boy started working. And that's when Lil Paul first discovered his gift in the nobody hole. See, old man Geechee was missing parts 'cause nobody's hole, right? But he was hoping those parts were lost somewhere in that big old pile of wreckage next to his ship. Sure enough, Paul drew up a little sketch of the part that old man Geechee described, so he knew what to look for in that pile. As Paul drew the part, it began to materialize before them, shiny and brand spanking new. That might have made him happy as two bullfrogs in the rain. Jack-o'-lantern nodded 'cause she knew, but she didn't budge from her staring match with the shadows. Nope, not 1 inch. Eventually, they signaled her to come over and help put the ship together. Reluctantly, she went, 'cause she knew an extra pair of hands would help them leave them creepy woods behind once and for all. She lifted things with spells and lit hard to see corners with the flames from her fingers. Old man Geechee had a trick up his sleeve, too. It seems his corncob pipe grew into a huge hammer. And they built, and they worked,
and built,
and they sawed,
and worked,
and they hammered,
and sawed,
and they cut,
and hammered,
and they built,
and cut,
and they worked,
and built,
and they sawed,
and worked,
and they hammered,
and sawed,
and they cut.
and cut.
Carpenter's tools. Draw me a saw, bring me a screw. No time to stall, we're waiting on you. Bring me a nail, draw me a screw. Make it to scale, and a step ladder too. Draw me a saw, bring me a screw. That pine wood is raw, sandpaper is smooth.
The huge ship could probably fit a small army. It was a weird contraption with sails, sharp angles, oddly placed wings and propellers. It looked more like a huge weapon than anything that could fly gracefully. But old man Geechee steady muttered it would be the best trip of their lives.
We're wide in this storm, so three can
control panel hummed back to life with a whir of whistles and beeps. Soon enough, it was ready to fly, and he told them to come in and buckle up because the takeoff would be rough. The castle of bones emerged in the distance from the front window of the fall ship while Paul and Jackie buckled in. Old man Geechee closed the back hatch with the push of a button, and it shut with a deafening grunt. No one saw the shadowy figure slip on board just before they sealed themselves in.